Hey everybody, it's Daikon Dave from the Food Literacy Center, and we are continuing our series of videos featuring fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables that you could get at the farmer's market. Things taste so much better when they're in season, and way to know that things are in season at the farmer's market, right? You walk up and down the aisles and there's all sorts of fruits and vegetables there. And they taste so much better when they're in season, and you could probably know that if you bought a tomato in the middle of winter compared to a tomato you buy in the summertime at the farmer's market, tastes so much different, right? But also what you may not know is most farmers markets will match EBT benefit. So if you receive an EBT benefit, you go to a certain farmer's market and look for a tent that has an EBT banner, and you can go up and they will match a certain amount of funds. They're kind of different at different farmers markets. So why wouldn't you get like double the fruits and vegetables that you thought you were going to get in the first place? So take a look out for that. We are featuring a recipe today, brown rice and kale salad. It's a good way to use up some leftover rice, and it's a way to focus on seasonal fruits and vegetables from the farmer's market. So why don't we get started? Let's go through our recipe and make sure we have everything all right. So we need a cup of cooked brown rice. So I have some brown rice I had for dinner last night. It's a good way to use up that leftover brown rice. We'll need a quarter cup of kale. So kale is everywhere at the farmer's market right now. Carrots. So we have carrot here. Green onions. The farmer's market, you could buy a whole green onion with the greens, and instead of throwing away the greens and using the onion, we're going to chop up some greens and cilantro. So why don't we get started? I'm going to take a cup of my brown rice here, and we have our bowl. So here we go. A cup of my leftover brown rice in the bowl. Kale. All right, here we go. There's kale all over the place. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the stem out here. You see, watch it. The stem's a little tough. So we're going to stick that in the compost. Take a couple leaves here. And cut the stems out. Now I like to bruise it up a little bit. Get it a little soft, and we're going to do a cut on this called chiffonade. Chiffonade means little ribbons in French. So what we're going to do is kind of roll it up in a ball here, and we're going to make little slices. So we're going to take our claw to get our fingers out of the way, and we're going to cut little ribbons. Oh, I can smell that kale. Little ribbons, right? So once you're done, you're going to get a bunch of these little ribbons, about a quarter cup here, and we're going to stick that in our bowl. All right. Carrot. So we're going to grate some carrots. So you get these whole carrots at the farmer's market, right? And we're not going to throw away these greens. We have a great recipe for carrot top pesto at foodliteracycenter.org. So we're going to take the greens off, and we're going to save those maybe for dinner tonight. With our claw, we're going to save these. Oh, look at this carrot. I don't know if you can see on the inside. Have you seen a carrot like that? It's orange on the outside and yellow on the inside. And carrots taste so much different from the farmer's market than the store-bought ones. They super carrot flavor, and we're going to grate up a quarter cup of these. You have to be careful when you get towards the end, especially if the kiddos are helping you. So we're going to have about a quarter of a cup of carrot, give or take. Put that in there, give or take. And back to the green onion, right? So once again, you could use the onion on the end. But we're just going to chop up like a tablespoon here of green onion. And then more like a chiffonade of these too, right? So we're going to use our claw and chop up really thin, small pieces of green onion. And so we have this onion left. We're going to use that later. So we got like a tablespoon, more or less, of green onion. And next we'll move on to cilantro. Fresh cilantro, right? Oh, the best. The best. So we are going to chop off some cilantro. We're going to need 3 sprigs of cilantro. Once again, kind of like a chiffonade as well. We're going to wind this up into a ball. Take our claw, get our fingers out of the way. And we're just going to chop up some cilantro. Oh, I can smell the cilantro. It smells so good. And a good thing about cooking at home, if you like cilantro, put a little more. Don't like cilantro, put a little less. And now our dressing. So I have our dressing here in a mason jar. It's a good way to have the kids help you out. In here I measured a half a cup of canola oil with a 1/4 cup of sesame oil, a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of honey, right? And we're going to want to shake that up. The kids can help you shake it up. You want to make sure that lid's tight though. I bet that's a mistake everyone's done once in their lifetime. And we're going to want to measure out a 1/4 cup of this dressing. So you make it in this mason jar, use what you want, and then you could store the rest of it in the fridge for later. So we're going to measure a 1/4 cup into our salad. Sprinkle that in there like that. Put the lid back on there tight, right? You don't want to do that. Alright, and we have some tongs here. We're going to mix this up. Oh, I can smell the sesame oil and the rice vinegar. Make sure that's nice and tossed up. And I have my bowl here. Let's plate up some of this salad. Fantastic. I can see all the colors in there from the carrot and the kale. Okay, we're going to give this a try. You get the pop from the sesame oil and the vinegar, and the texture of the carrot and the kale with the softness of the rice. Super tasty, right? So you could go down to your farmer's market, get some kale and some of these amazing carrots. They taste so much better when they're in season. If you receive an EBT benefit, look for the EBT tent. Get some matching funds. Why wouldn't you do that? And things taste so much better when you're down at the farmer's market. One more thing about the farmer's market. If there's something new you haven't tried before, the people who grow it are right there. And you could ask them how they prepare something, how they grew it. They love talking about their vegetables. So go down to the farmer's market, try something new, get some seasonal fruits and vegetables, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much. You could share your photos and videos at info@foodliteracycenter.org. We want to see you at the farmer's market. And we thank you very much. We'll see you next time.